There is a fire that lives inside some of us. It is not a fire of ambition or a hunger for fame. It is a quiet, steady flame. It is the fire of pure creation. This is the home of the spark archetype. The spark is the part of you that simply must make things. It doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't wait for an invitation. It just shows up one day with an idea, a vision, a melody, or a story. It whispers to you in the middle of the night. It nudges you when you are doing something else entirely. The spark is the force of self-expression that cannot be contained. It is the universe's way of bringing something new into existence through you. This creative call is not about being the best. It is not about winning a prize or getting 1,000 likes online. It is about a deep personal need to give form to the formless. The spark feels an inner pressure, a beautiful and gentle urgency. It is the urge to paint, to write, to build, to sing, or to dance. It is the simple, profound desire to spend your time making something that was not there before. This is your birthright as a creative being. You were born to be a channel for this magic. The spark doesn't care if you are qualified. It only cares if you are willing to answer the call and begin the work. The spark embodies originality not because it tries to be different, but because it cannot be anything else. It is a direct line to your unique soul. When you create from this place, your work will be unrepeatable. It will have your fingerprints all over it, your specific way of seeing the world. This is not about ego, it is about authenticity. The spark knows that imitation is a dead end. The real treasure is found inside you, in your own strange and wonderful perspective. It encourages you to trust that your voice matters, even if it's a quiet one. It reminds you that your story is worth telling, simply because it is yours. So listen for that whisper. Pay attention to that gentle nudge. The spark is inviting you on an adventure. It is an invitation to explore the vast, uncharted territories of your own imagination. It is a promise of a life filled with meaning, not because of what you get, but because of what you give. It is a journey of self-discovery, where every creation is a mirror reflecting your own evolving soul. The only thing you have to do is say yes. Say yes to the idea. Say yes to the process. Say yes to the beautiful, messy, unpredictable journey of bringing something new and wonderful into the world. The spark creates for the sheer joy of it. The process is the prize. The reward is the feeling of being completely absorbed in the act of making. Imagine a child, lost in a world of crayons and paper. The child is not thinking about hanging the drawing in a gallery. She is not worried about what the critics will say. She is simply in love with the feeling of the crayon gliding across the page. This is the pure, undiluted spirit of the spark. It is creativity for its own sake. It is about falling in love with the work itself, not with the potential outcome or the applause that might follow. This is the secret to a sustainable creative life. This kind of creation is a form of play. It is a dance between you and the idea that has chosen you. When you are in this state, time seems to disappear. Your worries fade away. There is only you, your hands, and the thing that is slowly coming to life. This is a sacred space, free from the heavy weight of expectation. The spark knows that external validation is fleeting. Praise is wonderful, but it cannot be the fuel that keeps your creative fire burning. The only reliable fuel is your own deep and abiding passion for the craft. It is the love of the game that will carry you through the difficult days. This is why the spark is not driven by the marketplace. It doesn't ask, will this sell? It asks, does this feel true? It doesn't wonder, will people like this? It wonders, do I love this? This is a radical act in a world that so often measures value by popularity or profit. The spark offers a different way. It suggests that the most valuable things are often the ones we do for no reason other than the fact that they make our souls feel alive. It is a quiet revolution of the heart, choosing personal meaning over public approval. This is where true artistic freedom is found. So, release the need for an audience. Create as if no one will ever see it. Write the story you need to write. Paint the picture you need to see. Sing the song your heart needs to hear. Do it for you. Do it because it brings you a sense of wonder and delight. When you create from this place of pure joy, something magical happens. The work becomes infused with a special kind of energy. It becomes honest and brave. And paradoxically, that is often when the work becomes its most powerful and connects most deeply with others, if and when they do see it. The spark has a deep and abiding need to do things its own way. This is not arrogance or stubbornness. It is a fundamental requirement for the creative process. The spark knows that a new idea is like a tiny, fragile seedling. It needs to be protected from the harsh winds of outside opinions and well-meaning advice. In the early stages, the creative vision is delicate. It can be easily crushed by a single critical comment or a suggestion to make it more commercial. The spark understands this instinctively. It knows that the work must be allowed to grow in a safe and quiet space, guided only by its own internal compass. This is why the spark often prefers to work alone. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sacred workshop. It is the space where you can hear your own thoughts. It is the quiet room where the whispers of inspiration can finally be heard. In solitude, there is no one to please. There is no one to impress. There is only you and the work. This is where you can be truly honest with yourself. You can experiment, you can make mistakes, and you can follow a strange idea down a rabbit hole without having to explain yourself to anyone. This freedom is not just a preference, it is essential for originality. The philosophy of I have to do it my way is about trusting your own timing. The world is always in a hurry. It wants things now, but creativity does not operate on a deadline. The spark knows that an idea needs to incubate. It needs to simmer. It needs to be left alone until it is ready to be born. Rushing the process is like pulling a cake out of the oven too early. It will be a gooey, unsatisfying mess. The spark trusts that the work has its own intelligence and its own timeline. It is willing to wait patiently and faithfully for the right moment to arrive. This commitment to solitude and personal timing is an act of faith. It is faith in yourself, it is faith in your ideas, it is faith in the mysterious process of creation itself. It means protecting your creative energy from the demands of the world. It means carving out time and space to be alone with your thoughts, even when it feels selfish or unproductive. But it is in this protected solitude that the real magic happens. It is where you find your unique voice. It is where you build the courage to bring something into the world that is truly and completely your own. The primary role of the spark is to be a conduit for the new. It is here to bring things into the world that have never existed before. This is a profound and sacred task. Every time a spark creates, the universe expands a little bit. A new song adds to the world's collection of melodies. A new story adds to the tapestry of human experience. A new painting offers a fresh way of seeing the familiar. The spark is not interested in repeating what has already been done. It is a pioneer venturing into the unknown territories of the imagination to bring back treasures for everyone. This act of creation is a gift. It is a gift that the spark gives to itself, but it is also a gift that it gives to the world. A piece of art, a poem, or an invention has the power to change someone's day. It can offer comfort, inspiration, or a moment of beauty. It can make someone feel less alone. The spark may not create with this intention in mind, but this is the inevitable result of its work. When you create something from a place of love and authenticity, that energy radiates outward. It touches people in ways you may never know. Your small act of creation can have a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your studio. The things the spark brings into the world are unrepeatable because they come from a unique source, you. Your specific life experiences, your particular way of thinking, your strange and wonderful quirks. All of these are baked into your creative work. No one else has your exact combination of ingredients. Therefore, no one else can create what you can create. This is why it is so important to be yourself in your work. Trying to be like someone else is a betrayal of your gift. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original, one-of-a-kind thing that only you can make. Embrace your role as a bringer of newness. You are a channel for wonder. You are a partner with mystery. Your job is not to worry about whether your creation is important or grand. Your job is simply to be the vessel. Your job is to show up, do the work, and let the universe flow through you. Every time you finish a project, you have made a contribution. You have added a little more light to the world. You have fulfilled your beautiful and essential purpose as a spark. And the world, whether it says so or not, is grateful. So, creativity is not a machine that runs 24/7. It's actually a natural cyclical process, just like the seasons of the year. There will be times of great energy and productivity, like a bountiful summer harvest. But there will also be times of rest and quiet, like a deep winter. The spark understands that these periods of melancholy, numbness, or seeming emptiness are not signs of failure. They are a necessary and vital part of the creative cycle. This is the time when the soil of your imagination is resting. It's gathering nutrients. It's preparing for the next season of growth. These quiet times can, honestly, feel uncomfortable. You might feel blocked or uninspired. You might even feel like you have lost your magic. The world tells us that we should always be productive, always be moving forward. But the spark knows better. It knows that this is a time for stillness. It's a time to be gentle with yourself. It's a time to simply be, without the pressure to do. This is not laziness. It is a sacred pause. It's an act of trust, believing that the fire has not gone out, but is simply burning low, conserving its energy for the right moment. During these periods of creative winter, the work is happening on a deeper, invisible level. Your subconscious is sifting through experiences. It's making new connections. It's solving problems that your conscious mind just cannot figure out. This is why it's so important to embrace the fallow periods. Go for walks, read books that have nothing to do with your craft, listen to music, stare out the window, allow yourself to be bored. Emptiness is not a void. It's a space waiting to be filled. Melancholy is not a weakness. It is a sign of a sensitive soul processing the world. When you learn to honor these quiet times, you release yourself from a huge burden of anxiety. You stop fighting the natural rhythm of your own creativity. You understand that you cannot force the spring to come. You can only wait, patiently and with faith, for the first green shoots to appear. And they always do. After a period of rest, the ideas return. The energy comes back, often stronger and clearer than before. You will find that the time you spent in the quiet dark was not wasted. It was the necessary preparation for the beautiful new things that are now ready to be born. The spark, though it loves to work in solitude, does not exist in a vacuum. It's part of a larger creative ecosystem, a family of archetypes that need each other to thrive. One of the spark's most important relationships is with the influencer. The spark is the one who goes into the deep, dark cave of the self to find the treasure. It's the one who mines the raw original material. But often the spark is not interested in showing that treasure to the world. It's content to have found it. The work is done. This is where the influencer comes in, with a different kind of energy. The influencer is the one who loves to share. They see the beautiful thing the spark has created and feel a powerful urge to connect it with people. The influencer is the town crier, the social butterfly, the natural promoter. They can take the spark's quiet, personal creation and give it a platform. They help the work find its audience. This is a beautiful, symbiotic relationship. The spark provides the substance, the originality, the soul. The influencer provides the bridge to the world. Without the spark, the influencer has nothing of depth to share. Without the influencer, the spark's work might remain hidden forever. Another key relationship is with the feminine archetype. The feminine is not about gender. It's about an energy of trust, surrender, and patience. The feminine embodies the wisdom of allowing things to unfold in their own time. It's the part of us that trusts the process. The spark, with its intense focus on creation, can sometimes become frustrated or anxious. It can try to force an idea before it is ready. The feminine energy provides a gentle, calming balance. It reminds the spark to trust the quiet periods. It encourages surrender to the natural cycles of creativity and rest. The spark needs these other energies to be whole. It needs the influencer to help its creations find a home in the world. It needs the feminine to remember the importance of patience and trust. Recognizing these archetypes within ourselves and in others helps us understand our own creative process. Perhaps you are a spark with a strong inner influencer. Or maybe you are a spark who needs to cultivate more feminine patience. We are all a blend of these energies. The key is to honor the role of each one, creating a supportive inner family that allows your creative fire to burn brightly and sustainably. Life itself is a dance between two fundamental forces. There is the force of creation, of building up, of putting things together. This is the energy of the spark in action. It's the vibrant, active phase where you are writing the pages, painting the canvas, or composing the music. This is a time of forward momentum, of visible progress. But there is another force equally important. It's the force of entropy, of rest, of letting things fall apart. This is the energy of the creative winter. It's the pause, the stillness, the quiet. The spark understands that these two forces are not enemies. They are partners in a beautiful cosmic dance. You cannot have one without the other. Constant creation leads to burnout. It's like a muscle that is never allowed to rest. Eventually it will tear. Constant rest, on the other hand, leads to stagnation. It's a field left fallow for too long. Eventually it will be overgrown with weeds. The secret to a healthy creative life is to move gracefully between these two states. It is to honor the season of action and then, just as respectfully, honor the season of rest. Think of it like breathing. The exhale is the act of creation. You are putting your energy out into the world. You are giving your gift. It's an active, powerful motion. But you cannot exhale forever. You must inhale. The inhale is the period of rest. It's when you draw energy back into yourself. You are refilling your well. You are gathering new experiences, new insights, new inspiration. The inhale is quiet, receptive, and absolutely essential. One is not better than the other. They are two halves of a single, life-giving process. When you see your creativity in this way, you can stop judging yourself so harshly. When you are in a period of rest, you don't have to panic. You can simply say, I am inhaling right now. You can trust that the exhale will come again when it is time. When you are in a frenzy of creation, you can enjoy it fully, knowing that a period of quiet will follow to help you recover and integrate what you have made. This is the natural rhythm of the universe, and it is your rhythm too. Lean into the dance, flow with the music, embrace both the action and the stillness. The greatest paradox of creativity is this. True originality is born not from tight control, but from complete surrender. The spark, at its most powerful, understands that it is not the master of the creative fire, it is its humble servant. It is a vessel, a channel, a conduit. The best ideas do not come from us. They come through us. They seem to arrive from some mysterious, magical place outside of our own limited understanding. Our job is not to wrestle these ideas into submission. Our job is to get out of our own way and let them be born. This requires a profound act of trust. It is the trust that the idea knows what it wants to be. It is the trust that the process has its own intelligence. It is the trust that the timing of the universe is perfect. We often try to control our creations with our ego. We want them to be perfect. We want them to be acclaimed. We want them to fit into our preconceived notions. But the ego is a clumsy and fearful creator. It chokes the life out of an idea. The spark learns to quiet the ego and listen to the whisper of the work itself. Surrendering control means being willing to be surprised. It means starting a project with one idea and allowing it to become something completely different. It means following your curiosity even when it leads you to a strange and unfamiliar place. It means embracing the happy accidents and the unexpected turns. This is where the real magic lives. When you let go of the reins, the work can take on a life of its own. It can become something far more wonderful and complex than you ever could have planned with your conscious mind. This is how beauty is made. It comes from the empty spaces. It comes when you are humble enough to admit that you don't have all the answers. It comes when you become a clear and open channel, allowing inspiration to flow through you without judgment or resistance. This is not a passive state. It requires great courage and presence. It is the courage to trust the unknown. It is the presence to listen deeply to what the work is asking of you. Let go, surrender, trust the timing, trust the process, and watch as the universe creates something beautiful through your open hands. The creative fire of a single spark does not burn in isolation. It sends out waves of heat and light that can ignite other fires. When you have the courage to follow your creative calling, you give others permission to do the same. Your act of brave, authentic creation is a beacon. It shows people that it is possible to live a life guided by curiosity and passion, rather than by fear or obligation. You may never know who you are inspiring. It might be a friend, a stranger online, or someone in your own family. But your fire will warm them. It will give them hope. This is how the spark helps to build a community, even from its place of solitude. A true and honest piece of work creates a point of connection. It says to the world, this is what it feels like to be me. And somewhere out there, someone will see it or hear it or read it and say, me too. This is one of the most powerful experiences we can have as human beings. It is the feeling of being seen, of being understood. The spark's willingness to be vulnerable and share its inner world forges bonds of empathy and unity. It reminds us that for all our differences, we share a common humanity. The transformative power of the spark lies in its ability to turn emptiness into beauty. It takes the quiet moments, the periods of melancholy, the formless feelings, and it gives them shape. It transforms pain into a poem. It transforms longing into a song. It transforms confusion into a painting. This is an alchemical process. It is the act of taking the lead of human experience and turning it into gold. When others witness this transformation, it gives them a new way to look at their own struggles. It shows them that even the darkest moments can be a source of creation and light. Ultimately, the spark's creative power is a force of love. It is love for the work. It is love for the process. It is a loving act of sharing one's deepest self with the world. This love is contagious. It inspires us to look at our own lives with more creativity and courage. It encourages us to find the spark within ourselves and to honor its call. So let your fire burn. Create for the joy of it. Trust your solitude. Embrace your rest. Surrender to the mystery. You are not just making art. You are making the world a more beautiful, more connected, and more hopeful place, one creation at a time.